Have you ever finished a conversation feeling drained, like you just got played, but you can't quite put your finger on how? Maybe it was a family dinner, or a chat with a coworker, or even a moment with someone you once trusted. That sneaky feeling, that confusion, that little knot in your stomach, it's because they're good at what they do. They're manipulators, and they know exactly how to get under your skin. But here's the thing, you don't have to feel stuck in their games. You can actually disarm them with just one simple response. No yelling, no drama, no needing to explain yourself over and over. Just one calm, clear answer that takes away their power and gives it back to you. Let's think about a common situation. Maybe you've told a grown child that you can't drop everything to help out this time. Instead of understanding, they hit you with guilt, after all I've done for you. Or maybe at work, a colleague makes a snide comment, trying to get you to defend yourself. Or in a relationship, your partner twists your words, making you doubt what you really meant. Sound familiar? What these people are doing is subtle. They're trying to trap you in a loop where you feel responsible for their feelings or reactions. And when you start to feel guilty or confused, that's exactly their goal. So, what's this powerful response that cuts through all of that? It's simple, and it works like magic. The next time someone tries to push your buttons with blame or guilt or twisted words, just say, "That's your choice." Try saying that quietly in your mind right now. That's your choice. It's like a little shield, a reminder that you are not responsible for their feelings or their behavior. When you say it out loud, it sends a clear message, you're not taking the bait. You're not going to be pulled into their drama. Let me tell you about Susan. She's 62, retired, and finally learning to stand up for herself with her grown children. Her youngest called one day, upset because Susan couldn't babysit the grandkids on short notice. Instead of falling into guilt, Susan simply said, "I understand you're disappointed. That's your choice." It wasn't rude, but it set a boundary that no guilt trip could cross. And you know what? It changed the tone of their conversations over time. Or think about Mark, a woman in her late 50s, who works in an office where passive-aggressive comments fly like darts. When a coworker tried to bait her with a backhanded compliment, Mark paused and replied softly, "That's your choice." It stopped the conversation cold, leaving the manipulator confused, and Mark feeling calm and in control. This phrase works because it doesn't argue or justify. It doesn't try to fix the other person's feelings. Instead, it gently reminds them, and you, that their emotions and reactions are their responsibility, not yours. And once you realize that, the whole game changes. Now, I'm not saying it will always feel easy at first. Saying that's your choice can feel strange or even scary when you're used to trying to smooth things over or keep the peace. But every time you practice it, you build your strength and your peace grows. Remember, you don't have to take on their emotional mess. Your peace is worth protecting. You deserve to speak your truth without feeling guilty or confused. So next time you face that manipulative push, breathe, and try this little phrase. Watch how it shifts the energy, and most importantly, how it protects your heart. You are stronger than their games. And sometimes, just one sentence is all it takes to remind them, and yourself, of that. Now, let's explore how to keep that strength going when they try to push back. And here's something else to remember. Manipulators often try to get a reaction out of you because it gives them control. When you respond with "that's your choice," you're not giving them the reaction they want. You're staying calm, steady, and in charge of your own feelings. It's like saying, "I'm here, but I'm not falling into your trap." Think about family gatherings. Maybe it's a holiday dinner where certain relatives always have a way of twisting conversations. They say things that sting, but it's never clear if it's a joke or a jab. Instead of trying to explain yourself or getting defensive, imagine softly saying, "That's your choice." It doesn't mean you agree, but it shows you're not swept up in their storm. In dating, it can be even trickier. Maybe your partner is making vague accusations or blaming you for how they feel, without really saying what's wrong. When emotions run high, it's easy to get confused or feel guilty. Saying "that's your choice" gently reminds them that their feelings don't have to be your burden, and it gives you space to breathe. And what about at work? We all know that one coworker who drops subtle comments designed to unsettle you. Instead of spiraling into doubt or trying to prove yourself, that phrase puts a calm wall between you and their manipulation. It's not about being cold or dismissive. It's about protecting your peace and reminding yourself that you can't control how others behave, but you can control your response. You might wonder, will saying this upset people? Sometimes, yes. But often, it surprises them. It stops their game because they lose the reaction they feed on. And when they don't get that, they have less power over you. Remember, practicing this takes time. Maybe start with people you feel safest around. Try it in small moments and notice how you feel afterward. You might be amazed at how empowering it is to stand your ground with kindness. You've earned the right to protect your heart and your peace. Saying that's your choice is a gentle but powerful way to do just that. So next time someone tries to pull you into confusion, guilt, or blame, breathe deeply, say this to yourself, and say it if you feel ready. Your peace matters, and you're worth protecting. You're not alone in this. We're all learning how to set boundaries and protect ourselves, one step at a time. And this simple response? It's a strong step forward. Hold on to that. You've got this. Now, I know it might feel strange at first. Saying that's your choice can seem almost too simple to be true. But sometimes the simplest tools are the most powerful. Manipulators thrive on confusion and emotional chaos. When you offer a calm, steady response like this, it cuts through all that noise. Think about those moments when you've been caught off guard. Maybe a family member makes a snide comment about your life choices, or a partner tries to guilt trip you for saying no. It's easy to get tangled in their words, right? But when you pause, take a breath, and quietly say that's your choice, you're reminding yourself, and them, that their feelings or opinions don't have to control your mood or your day. And here's the beauty of this phrase, it doesn't invite argument. It's not confrontational. It doesn't escalate the situation. Instead, it closes the door on drama while keeping your dignity intact. You might wonder, but what if they keep pushing? That's when your boundaries come in. You don't have to explain yourself. You don't owe anyone a long justification. Sometimes silence after that's your choice speaks volumes. It says, I'm not engaging in this game anymore. This is especially important as we get older and wiser. After decades of navigating family dramas, workplace politics, and romantic twists, we deserve to protect our emotional energy. We deserve peace, not confusion. So, next time you feel that familiar knot of guilt or doubt creeping in, try this little phrase. Say it quietly in your mind if you need to. Let it remind you that you are not responsible for other people's manipulations. You are responsible for your own peace. You're learning to stand tall. To protect your heart. And that's something truly beautiful. Keep practicing this gentle strength. It's your secret weapon, your quiet shield. You've come so far already. Trust yourself, you're doing exactly what you need to do. And remember, this isn't about being cold or distant. It's about being kind to yourself first. When you say, that's your choice, you're not shutting someone down just to hurt them. You're choosing to protect your own emotional space, which is something we often forget to do, especially when we care deeply. I want you to imagine a scenario. Maybe it's a sibling who always twists your words to make you feel guilty, or a coworker who subtly undermines your confidence. You've tried explaining yourself, defending your decisions, maybe even apologizing for things you didn't do wrong. Sound familiar? Now, picture this instead. When they start their manipulation, you take a slow breath, look them calmly in the eye, and say, that's your choice. You don't need to explain further. You don't argue or justify. You simply hold your ground with quiet confidence. It's like handing them back their power and taking yours back at the same time. Over time, they might test you. Maybe they'll get frustrated or try new tactics. But your calm, consistent response becomes a boundary they can't cross. It teaches them you're no longer an easy target for manipulation. This one simple phrase becomes a tool of emotional self-defense, one that's gentle but incredibly effective. And here's something to hold on to: you don't have to carry the weight of other people's feelings or opinions. Your peace matters. Your boundaries matter. Saying that's your choice is a loving way of reminding yourself that it's okay to prioritize your well-being. You're learning to rewrite your story, from confusion and guilt to clarity and strength. And that's a journey worth celebrating. So next time someone tries to pull you into their drama or guilt trip, try this: breathe, smile softly, and say, "That's your choice." See how it feels. It might just surprise you how powerful those 3 words can be. You deserve peace. You deserve respect. And you're more than capable of standing up for both. Keep this close to your heart. It's your quiet power, and it's always within reach. And here's the thing: this doesn't mean you have to be perfect at it right away. Setting boundaries, especially with manipulative people, can feel awkward or even scary at first. You might worry about hurting feelings or causing conflict. But remember, it's okay to put yourself first. You're not responsible for managing everyone else's emotions, especially when it comes at the cost of your own peace. Think about that time with a family member who constantly guilt trips you. Maybe they say things like, "If you really loved me, you'd do this," or "You're always so selfish." Those words can sting and make you doubt yourself. But when you gently say, "That's your choice," you're not rejecting them. You're just refusing to let their guilt control you. In the workplace, it can be just as tricky. Maybe a coworker or boss tries to make you feel inadequate, or twist your words to make you look bad. Instead of getting tangled in their web, your calm response keeps you centered. It's like holding a shield that deflects their negativity. And in dating or romantic relationships, this tool can be a game changer. Manipulative partners often try to make you question your feelings or choices. Saying that's your choice lets you stay grounded in your truth, without getting sucked into emotional battles. Remember, your emotional health matters, and it's perfectly okay to protect it with kindness and clarity. Every time you use this response, you're practicing self-respect and showing others how you expect to be treated. So be gentle with yourself as you learn this new way of responding. You're not alone on this path. Many women, especially those over 60, find their voice and strength later in life, and it's never too late for you to do the same. You deserve to feel safe, heard, and valued. Saying that's your choice is a simple, powerful step toward that freedom. And if you ever feel unsure or overwhelmed, take a moment to breathe. Remind yourself why you're doing this: to protect your peace and honor your feelings. You're stronger than you think, and every small step counts. Hold on to that truth. It's your quiet power, ready to help you stand tall and shine bright. And here's the most important part: you don't have to explain yourself, argue back, or justify your feelings. That simple phrase, "That's your choice," does the work for you. It sets a clear boundary without drama or conflict. It lets you stay calm and centered, even when others are trying to pull you into their chaos. It might feel strange or even uncomfortable at first, especially if you're used to trying to please everyone or keep the peace. But with practice, it becomes easier. And each time you use it, you're reclaiming your power a little more. Remember, you're not responsible for fixing others or controlling their reactions. Your job is to care for your own heart and mind. You deserve relationships where respect and kindness come naturally, not where manipulation and guilt are tools. So, the next time someone tries to twist your words or push your buttons, try this one response. Watch how it changes the energy, how it protects your peace, and how it helps you stand firm. You're not alone in this journey. Many women have walked this path before you, finding their strength and peace along the way. And you can too. If this message resonates with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts or experiences in the comments. Sharing your story can help others feel less alone, and remind you that your voice matters. If you want more gentle, practical support on setting boundaries and healing from emotional manipulation, please like this video and subscribe. There's a whole community here rooting for your peace and growth. Remember, you deserve peace, respect, and love that lifts you up. It's never too late to claim that for yourself. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.